Anyone feel like doing a poll on having a medium firm mattress or buying one of those like foam toppers? Because, to tell you the truth, the foam topper is really nice, but it's kind of like, I'm kind of thinking medium firm. A demon's trying to attack me right now. It's like, good for you. No one cares. People with wives like have a hard time caring. It's the simple things like, I was just outside and I saw a fucking frog. I almost had sex with it. Oh, another side note is that the demon told my mom to say I'd have to sell my body. I'm guessing because when like the demon had to sell their body for drugs. It's so irrational because the person doesn't care to go to prison. I was like, what? What in the fuck? Why would there be a bump on my ass? Oh, like one of the main things that demons will try to do is like be like, okay, well, you're not gonna have like any friends or anything like that. Like, it's like, wouldn't it be so fun if you could just be me though? I mean, granted, when I was 20 years old, I just went out and drank. Like, no, it's not in my nature to just sit there and be depressed and stuff. Like, that's just weird. That cannot hurt me. They cannot hurt me. But like the way I survive and stuff like that, it's like this is literally temporary. Like this earth isn't gonna last that long. Like everything's a lie here, except crimes. Like no, really, like you actually physically end up in prison. But besides that, like you have to follow the speed limit and stuff. Oh, okay. Rules. That's what it is. Basically, the whole entire life is only rules. Rules. This isn't overwhelming. And I think like what makes the person like really, really mad is that like it wants to be like it wants to I don't be me or be like attached to me. It's so whatever. And a lot of it is just like when I keep saying this, they don't believe me. Is that like I actually don't care. Like I gave up caring when I was like 5 years old, screaming in my room. Like I just went through a lot, and it was actual real growth and maturity, and it happened really fast. And so it's like this stuff doesn't really bother me. Like obviously I want to be like safe, but besides that, I mean, I really honestly believe like this shit's so temporary. Like it's just not enough. Like I'm a lot of my feelings and all this about me right now, that's permanent. This is like a permanent thing for me. But this life and this circumstance, it's only temporary. And you've got to be able to know that. It's not rocket science or anything like that. It's just this is set up. Like I'm being set up on this earth. You're being set up. So how knowing that you're being set up, how do you accomplish life? And it's like, well, you're being set up a lot, right? Like, so what good is it to freak out and go do crazy fucking shit knowing that this life is a temporary setup to get you to break rules, probably? So why would, if you know that it's not a secret, why would you fucking only be all this temporary too? Why would you align yourself with temporary shit? To persevere, you must align yourself with permanency. And that's a choice. That's a choice I made for myself many years ago, almost 4 decades ago. I'll just say almost four, like 3 decades ago. Not almost four. Like a lot of the emotions and things and the pettiness I see in others is temporary, and they want me to align myself with them. And it's like, but you're not permanent. Why would I align myself with something that's temporary? I want to be permanent. I also don't want to eat all this stuff. That's how I talk. And if I were to, I like guessing what makes the big demons the most mad. I really like guessing those things. Like, honestly, that's the only really thing I like to guess about, though. Like everything else, I don't even care. Like I don't even care if I had a boyfriend. I don't even care what that is on that motherfucker's mind. The only thing that I care about is I wonder what makes the high demons the most mad. And I just looked at my Tinder account or whatever, and it's because I think one of the reasons is because I matched with this, and everything's a setup. Like most things kind of are set up. So I was like, well, the chances that given all this stuff that's going on, the chances of me actually being set up with a permanent person, it's probably a temporary person. The awesome thing about it is all these demons and all these whatever, they actually aren't me. Like they'll never be like me. You have one life to live. And even Satan, who like I'm not sure if Satan had to be on earth or not, but as a human, but any demons, any nobody ever, they never got to align themselves with permanency. And if whatever they align themselves with, they never could do it the way I'm doing it. So obviously that makes them mad because they don't know how to do it. They maybe I don't even know if they think it's magical or fake because they actually never did it. They can't do it. So it's fucking weird. But I think one of the things is that Satan or a demon matched with me on Tinder and they want me to like you know what people on Tinder probably want to do. And I think one of the reasons why they're so mad is because I'm not going to. I haven't had sex in like 6 years. And so it's like and I'm going through puberty. It's like I've got to fucking if it's not a cherry, it's a pineapple or a blueberry or something, you know. Something's grown in there. Like I'm just so overeating. I got ice water in my fucking shit, and I don't know if it's like, detrimental to my health compared to this shirt and my arms. My hair is like, oh my god. Uh, Hi. So, what else do you think makes the demons mad? It's like they'd have a better chance being a demon than pretending to be white. Like, I go to the gym tomorrow. How about half of the angels are there and half of the demons are there? Like, what are you still trying to do in 2023 being white? Pretending to be innocent. Because I think that's what it is, right? Like, because even the worst criminal on earth isn't a demon. You could take fucking people on death row right now. They're not demons, though. They're still human. Like, it still doesn't seem that, like, when you compare it to demons, it doesn't seem that bad, right? Like, even though I'm guessing they kind of are, they've probably given their soul to Satan, which is very scary. I don't even really want to talk about that, but you always hear it in the music industry. Like, you just heard it before. A lot of the stuff you hear in life about, the other stuff is that actually there's truth to it. And people talk about selling your soul to Satan. I don't know if it's really that, but people actually give their souls to Satan. And nobody acts like they know what I'm talking about when I say that. And what I'm talking about is you steal so many times, it kind of alerts the thief god that maybe you want to be a career criminal. So therefore you're not doing anything good, you're doing bad stuff. You start making deals with the devil, you sell your soul to Satan, you give your soul to Satan. You no longer have control over yourself. But like I grew up around this really old woman talking to me about God and stuff, and I basically grew up. I think every kid has to go to Bible school, and then like I don't know if every kid had a great grandmother talking about God, but and then from that point, it's like, if you really look at it, God's everywhere. I think God's protecting me. Like, I think God protects everyone that wants to be protected. Like, even, I don't know. I just think God is here for me. Like, I don't know who my parents are in a sense. Obviously, some preachers talk about how people have been ordained in your life. That one a great example is your parents. But I'm guessing obviously Satan had to be somehow ordained in your life. Like demons had to be ordained in your life. The whole entire purpose of life is heaven and hell. So it's not like you know for sure that your parents are both good. Why would they both be good? Think about it that way. And I was like, I could not afford my living circumstance. I was just in Miami, Florida. It was a shit show. And it's turning into a shit show here. Like, before this, I had a place to live for free. So even if there was a shit show, like I could at least pay for it. It's like I'm not even doing anything. Like I'm a law-abiding Christian. I live in America, which means I have free speech. I think to act otherwise would be to be giving some of my soul to Satan. So hopefully, like, I'm protected from those things given that reality. Like, I'm protected from Satan being able to chop off my arms because whatever. Like, I have rights. I'm a human. There's a purpose on this life, and it's between God and Satan. I'm choosing God, and hopefully that protects me from the bullshit that Satan does to people. Because like there's the consequences that are happening to those that are selling, those that are giving their soul to Satan. The consequences are almost a good thing. Like you're giving up a lot of shit. Do you realize you're giving up your freedom not only in a physical sense, but a spiritual sense, and a mental sense, an emotional sense? You're losing your peace. It's like those consequences. Look at them as good. The only time those consequences are bad is if it's, say for instance for me, I was drinking and getting arrested. It wasn't because I was gonna give my soul to Satan. I never wanted to give my soul to Satan, but at a certain point some people do, and there's consequences. But for me, I didn't know what else to do. I was 20 years old, 21 years old, when I didn't have any friends. And I had dropped out of college. I didn't know what to do. There was so much craziness going on. And it's like, but I wasn't going to give my soul to Satan because of it. Just because there's craziness and chaos, it's like that is Satan. So I guess when I was dealing with Satan in my face, I just drank. But it wasn't because I wanted Satan in my face or I was contemplating giving. Like, I don't like chaos. I don't think breaking rules is cool. But like, Why should I suffer consequences for choosing God? That doesn't make any sense. Like, I don't know if they're trying to just say that, like, the same consequence for choosing Satan should be for choosing God. Like, I should be arrested for choosing God. But I think that's what they're trying to say. Like, I think that's literally what's going on. Like, demons are wanting to get me arrested for choosing God and actually tased. Like, I was attacked several times today for choosing God and living in my human rights. But I was never with Satan. He said, well, you drank and stuff and smoked weed. It's like, yeah, as a teenager and shit. Because I thought it was like what everyone was doing when we were having fun. It didn't really seem demonic, but obviously it wasn't holy. But it's like, I'm sure I could go have a lot of friends right now if I wanted to go smoke crack. But I think that's almost like a form of this punishment. Like, because I'm not smoking crack, I shouldn't have friends. The only way I'll have friends is if I use drugs. Like, that's to them, like, they want that to be this form of punishment. I think that's what it is. I'm almost positive that's what it is. Like, all of a sudden now there's all these consequences and punishments. I'm getting attacked. I'm getting tased. They're trying to threaten me to get arrested. Pat downs by cops. All this stuff because I'm choosing God. Now that's some freaky fucking shit if you're into it. Can't have no friends. Shit like that. It's like, you know, I've been in every situation and I only get better as I age. So it's like the prime attack was when I was 20. But now, like, don't they see that no matter where I go, I'm fine? Like, I think that has to make them mad. They want to be like this sibling that's always fucking making me mad or something. And it's like, I can't get mad at that. I have to align myself with permanency. Or they want the I could choose to live in like a welfare place, but that's not safe. So why would I live here? And you wonder, like, how do people feel during the Great Depression? I mean, use your imagination. Like, motherfuckers attack my food so like I don't eat. It's just crazy. But you know, I'm not gonna waste my fucking life like being scared and whatever, being intimidated. Like the Bible is very clear. Do not be intimidated and do not be fearful. Like keep fighting, which is what I'm doing. It says to fight, which is what I'm doing. And if I lose my friends and if I lose my family, it don't matter because this is only temporary. This is a fucking setup. It's like just keep fighting and God's protecting me. powerful as Satan is, like, obviously God's protecting me. I mean, it ain't like that motherfucker can come up and just snatch my soul, you know? Like, I actually have something very, very valuable and honorable to protect, and I'm fighting to protect that. And that's when all these consequences come up, because they don't want you to fight to protect your JJ, your fucking anything, your soul, your mind, your emotions. They don't want you to protect any of that. And when you fight, it gets very, very, very bad, and they try to give me consequences. But the Bible makes it very clear to do those things. Like, God has actually endowed you with those abilities for a reason, and it's to fight the way you're fighting. Fuck consequences in the spiritual warfare. As long as you know you're fighting for the cause, and it's like, how that's obviously the right thing that I'm doing. I'm fighting for everything that's within me. I'm fighting for all these things that I'm protecting, and I know that's my cause. Like, I'm not, at war with myself. I'm at war with Satan. Like, my heart's in the right place. The fact that it makes demons very mad, and there's all these consequences, these attacks and stuff. So be it. Like, why would God give me the ability to fight if I wasn't supposed to be able to accept the counterattacks? Like, they should not stumble me. They should not stump me. It's not coming from God. It's coming from God's enemy. God's enemy is attacking me, which means I'm doing something right. Wow. How beautiful. And this is only temporary. You know what? I can't keep eating that. I gotta get a move on with my life, but at the end of the night, I'm so fucking dead. Like, I'm sure at the end of school, a lot of things with kids, like, they're at school all day long. How do you think they feel when they get home? They've been overstimulated. It was like 10 years ago, as a baby, you would fucking cry all the time because you're overstimulated. And then kids, they're waking up at 6, 7 in the morning. Not a lot of athletes too. They're not getting home till like 7 at night. They're overstimulated. They've been tired. My heart goes out to them. But you got to get through it. If anyone has been suffering from depression or cluelessness, I hope my speech helped everyone.